Welcome back to the TSF Bug Out Edition Jeep WJ project. This video we're going to replace the front speakers with the jgcparts.com replacement speakers for the Infinity Gold system that was issued with this Grand Cherokee Laredo back in '99. Here's the speakers right here. It comes in a high-speed box, right? And it looks pretty basic here, right? And literally, all it is the speaker and the cable. Now you've seen there is a video from jgc.com that asks you to, upon removal of the front speaker, to cut the connector and actually splice it together. You won't have to do that, I don't think. So we're gonna rip off this front part of the dash. Should be just a matter of unscrewing the two bolts and unplugging the speaker, plugging it in here, and going with it. So let's go for it. Using my trusty butter knife. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the connectors off of the lip here. To pry the fascia up and out of the way. And that's it. It just comes off in one piece. Real easy and neat, huh? Set that aside. And we've got a connector, right? We've got a connector here and the two screws. So I'm using a short, hopefully it'll fit, maybe not, so that's uncool. May need to get a, I don't even know, teeny tiny size ratchet. Hold on a sec. Since your normal Phillips won't do, goodness. Down to the tiny. Oh, too tiny. Go metric. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got, dang it. Final drum roll. Can this be it? Yes, it is it. And what is it? 7mm. 7mm. All right. So just undo these suckers. And as usual, don't forget to unplug your battery, your negative cable. Can't have any juice rolling around through here. 1, 2 screws here, off to the side. Pull ye old speaker. Now the one that the jgc.com video does have this black and green cable here, so that's true to form there. Let's see what we can do to unplug this sucker without breaking anything. Oh my goodness. Alright, so it's on the back. You press this in. Press this in right here. Bloop, bloop. And it goes underneath the thing. Okay, just as an aside, I wanted to compare these two speakers and why the Infinity Gold one potentially sucks while the other one does. I don't know, it almost looks exactly the same. If you look in between, if you look underneath the speaker, you see the paper cone. That's what vibrates and that's what makes the crappy sound. Or maybe it's the piece on the inside where this cone right here is a little bit more better constructed than the little paper joint under the Infinity. Right, this thing right here. It just, yeah, I mean, that is just really, it's just really, really flimsy, you know, and that's probably what, I'm no speaker technician guy, but I mean, it's really crappy. So, also one thing I did notice about the Chrysler one is that both of the cables are built, they're soldered so that they go in together, right? Which is a major design flaw on this thing where they're not. I'm sure I could, like, I'm no solderer, I don't even want to mess with it, but, you know, turn this so that they're both in, you know, towards the same direction. But if you compare the size of these things here, they're like identical. The holes match up, right? Even the one that I'm having trouble with on the bottom, well, no, they're not. You see that? These holes right here are not far enough back, where the other one, where the bolt hole matches, right? The detent for these, where these little nipples go, are too far forward compared to the original, which is a little farther back, huh? So I'm gonna have to clip this off a little bit to give more room. All right, but yep. Okay, so I tried unsuccessfully. I cut off a little bit of corners. All right, compare it to the original here. All right, that's what it originally looked like. And it looks like this. And it's still not good enough. All right, so next best thing is to clip off the nipples. What? Yep. Who needs them? Oh, gone. And number 2. Gone. This thing is in the way. Alright, it needs to be over here. And I guess it can be now. I guess it can be. Since everything's been reversed now, huh? And there's nothing stopping, there's no brackets, no nothing. So it can just sit there however it wants to be. And we will just tighten her down. As tight as it'll get, right? Stop playing these dumb games. Right? Just do it. Back to the awesome 7mm, since we can't fit our Phillips head in there. See how tight we can get it down here. So, I guess the lesson here is free yourself from the nipple restraint and be free. Alright, that is down. That ain't going nowhere, and we're plugged in. Alright, so do the same thing on the other side. Right, and then you see these red Velcro areas. That's the clip-in point for the dash here. And we got a little bit of lip here. This right here, it's got a little groove in there. So what happens is the lip of the dash will slide in there like that. Here, let me do it real quick. So as you get the piece in there, bend it up, feed it into the little lip. Alright? And once it's into the little lip there, little weather stripping thing, then that's what holds it down over there. And then you simply tap it down all along the spots there. And so this lip should be on the top. I don't know if you can see it with the GoPro, but this lip here should be over the top of the front here. And I got a little error right here. I can use my high-speed butter knife to try and fix, but you get the idea, right? And that's the install. Let me do the other side, and then we'll give it a sound check. All right, installed. Let's see what it sounds like now. Coming up with the emblem. Now I've got the MP3 player in there, so it kind of takes a while for it to spin back up on USB. And I'm going with my theme again. Hopefully you guys can hear that well. And I hope I'm louder than it. It sounds pretty full in here. Pretty full in here. You can definitely hear them. Sounds pretty good. I won't really know till I'm like on the road, sealed up, you know what I mean? Definitely not hearing any more crackling from the tweets, but they're more than tweets. They're like, I forget the frequency response, but they're not just tweeters. They're not just high frequency. The dramatic part. I think it's time to go for another drive, huh?